Hello, everyone, and welcome to my channel. My name is Kristen Brown. I'm an author, coach, mentor, and the host of the Sweet Empowerment podcast, Reclaiming Your Personal Power. And I'm here today to talk to you guys about some of the hidden signs of gaslighting. The reason why it's super important that we get really clear on what's happening here is because the longer that we stay with a gaslighter, the more that we are going to lose our sense of self. Now, when I talk about gaslighting, yes, it is typically a trait of a narcissist. Narcissistic people, almost 100% of the time, are gaslighters. However, not all gaslighters are narcissists. I've seen young children be gaslighters. I've seen people just not even knowing gaslight somebody without any ill intent or harm. So, but the key here to understand is that if you are being gaslighted, that the slow burn over extended period of time can really be detrimental to your mental health and to your confidence and to your self-worth. I want to start off by talking about what I believe are the 3 examples of gaslighting. And there could be more. Like I said, there's a lot of nuance to this, but it's usually these things. The gaslighting will fall within the realm of these 3 things. And I will tell you something, that I am no stranger to gaslighting. I have dealt with my share of gaslighting in my day, and it was never fun. It was always crazy making. But I learned. First of all, I learned how not to attract those type of people anymore, but also that healing journey taught me how to handle it when this type of behavior came across my path. So the first thing I want to share with you guys is that oftentimes the gaslighter is going to try to make you feel that what your senses picked up, what you saw, what you heard, what you felt, what you experienced is just not true. You're just making it up. You're delusional. You're too sensitive. You're selfish. Whatever it is that you're bringing to the table, they're going to try to make it not true by making you second guess yourself. So as human beings, many times we will second guess ourselves. That's a good human being will second guess themselves if somebody brings something to them. And much of the time, if we are talking, you're dealing with a narcissist, the people pleasers and the narcissists attract like a key to the lock, because we're the overgivers and they're the overtakers. So we are a key to the lock with narcissists. That's why we keep attracting that same type of behavior. But that's not what this conversation is about. However, I will put a card up here so that you guys can get this full video about me talking about how people pleasing comes into place and how you can heal it. All right. So we're the key to the lock to them. All right. And when they start to do this type of thing to us, then we're going to question ourselves, because we are the people pleasers typically. So we're going to be like, really any good person is going to question themselves if someone tries to say, hey, you're doing this bad or wrong. So we're going to go, is this me? And many times we're going to go, this is not me. This is not me. I know I saw what I saw. And it's been said many times, you may even resort to having to record situations or write things down in a journal. I've actually turned on my phone and recorded conversations, because I knew that this person who was gaslighting me later was going to say that that didn't happen. So if you find yourself doing those type of things, first of all, you're likely being gaslit. And second of all, you are likely with a narcissist. Okay. The next thing is that they love to turn things around on you. Oh yeah. They're not going to take responsibility. Forget that. Right? There's no ownership when it comes to a narcissist that is gaslighting. So when you say, hey, you come to them and you're having a feeling about something and you want to talk to them about this thing, and you're really doing it for the relationship health. Like you want your relationship to get better. So you come to them and you're calm and you're cool and collected and you talk about it, and boom, they go, oh, really? You want to talk about me? Well, let me talk about you. And then they start verbal vomiting all their stuff that they think about you all over you. And when they're doing that, much of what they're saying is not even true. I have to laugh now. It's not fun at the time, but when I think back to those times, it's like the things that were said to me were so off base of my character that it was flabbergasting to me. I was like, how could this person possibly even think that? So that could be a sign you're dealing with a gaslighter too. If they come up with like the most random things they're trying to diss your character and make you the person that's wrong. And one of the third things that is an indicator of gaslighting is that they will have two personas. Oh yeah, they're going to have this persona out in the public where they're nice and they're charming and they're giving and they're, I just remember this. Oh my God. I remember this with a former person that I was with. Oh, can I get the chair for you? Would you like me to get you a drink? Oh, I'll go get you. You want some cookies? I'll get you cookies. We were at even somebody else's house, and the narcissist that I was dealing with was just chumming it up with everybody around them. And I was like, we can't believe what we're seeing. Okay. Because we're like, okay, first of all, that's the person I fell in love with. So I'm recognizing you. Where have you been? And why is it that the second we go home, I get the other person again? I have a great story. It's going to be a short one. I'll make it short. But when I went to therapy, we went to a therapist, me and this former partner, and the whole drive there, this former partner was cold as ice, wouldn't talk to me, wouldn't look at me, wouldn't breathe in my direction. And I was trying to have conversation because here I am trying to heal a relationship and I'm trying to, have conversation, and nope, nothing. We get into the therapist's office, and I kid you not, I remember this like it was yesterday, like it's this microphone standing in front of me right now. We walked in, he grabbed my hand, and he sat down right on this couch, the therapist's couch, right next to me, thigh to thigh, and put his hand on my leg. And then he spoke with his charm and his sweetness and his kindness. And guess what he did? He duped the therapist. The second we left, he drops my hand, he storms down the stairs in front of me, hops in the car, and doesn't talk to me again for the rest of the evening. The two realities don't jive. They just don't make sense. They don't make sense in our body, mind, or spirit. And we're kind of like, what the heck is this? And that can be very, very confusing, which leads me to some signs that you are probably with someone who is gaslighting you. Number one is the second guessing. Okay. It is normal to second guess ourselves when people ask us questions, but when it's constant, if you look at other relationships in your life, are you constantly second guessing yourself with them? I think not. So if you're constantly second guessing yourself, that is a huge sign that you're with a narcissist. The second thing is you might apologize a lot, that this person is constantly trying to make you wrong. They're blaming you, and you might going, I'm sorry, because they're able to talk you into this thing. So if you find yourself apologizing a lot and accepting blame that is not yours, chances are you could be with a narcissist that has you so confused that you don't know what's up and what's down. The next thing is that you might find yourself making excuses for them. So let's say you go and talk to a friend and you're like, yeah, this is happening. And when the friend's like, whoa, bro, that is not okay. Then you're like, well, I know, but they've had a hard life, or they were really in a bad mood, or, I guess I pushed their buttons, somehow we're going to make excuses for those behaviors. If you find yourself making excuses for someone, yeah, chances are you're either with a narcissist or you're with someone who's gaslighting you, or both. The next thing is that you're likely to be walking on eggshells around them, or tempted to walk on eggshells around them. Since I broke my pattern in dysfunctional relationships, I was around somebody who was gaslighting me. And I could feel myself wanting to just not talk about that topic, or not do this or not do that. And I thought, no, hell no. This girl is not playing small anymore. And I would not allow myself to do that, because I knew with this particular person, if I did those things, that I was actually going to enable their behavior. So I stopped doing that. However, before we know better, we got to give ourselves grace on this journey, you guys. You've got to give yourself grace. I had no idea that I was being gaslit. I had no idea that I was with consecutive narcissists all throughout my life. I was clueless. I was innocent in this entire journey. So give yourself grace if you're going, oh my gosh, I'm doing that. It's okay. It's okay. And the last sign that you're probably dealing with someone that's gaslighting you, and or that you're with a narcissist, is that you're going to notice that you're different. And this is the sad one. This was the sad one, because I noticed this within myself, and I was like, wow, I'm a very joyful person. I'm a very fun-loving person. I'm easygoing. And just by nature, I love life. Like, my default is happy. And I noticed that I was angry, and I was bitter, and I was sad, and I lacked my creativity, and I didn't want to do anything, and I was not motivated. And this effervescent person that I had always had been my entire life was gone. So if you're noticing that you're not as relaxed as you used to be, you're not as lighthearted as you used to be, you're not as playful as you used to be, maybe you're struggling in your creativity, chances are that you are with somebody who is gaslighting you. If you've enjoyed this video, if you found some value in this video, then I would super appreciate if you guys hit the like button. And also, if you're new here, then I invite you to subscribe and to turn on notifications. I am a recovering people pleaser. I am a person who has healed my inner world so that I could attract and create a better outer world. And I'm here to help others just like me rise out of this dark and painful and lopsided pattern of relationships so that you can attract and create a healthy and reciprocally loving relationships. Thanks for being here, everybody, and I will talk to you next time.